This is Jonathan Agnew of Hiv Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Malik Scott here in Las Vegas. Had the press conference today for a huge fight, Cinco de Mayo. Zurdo Ramirez takes on David Benavidez, a Mexican monster. Malik, you've been involved in so many big fights as a fighter and a trainer. Where does this one rank for you?
Up at the highest. You got Zurdo Ramirez, Mexican warrior. Does almost everything good in the boxing ring. He could box off the back leg. He could come forward and hunt you. He can go to the body. He has the best chin in boxing. His punch placement is extremely well. He has Julian Chua as his head coach. He has me as his assistant coach. David Benavidez, the big monster, the big warrior, comes with the volume. Good body puncher. It's just a great fight. Speed, you know. I think these guys is like really going to bring out even more of the best out of each other. Best fight in boxing.
I mean, when you look at this fight, you know, David is moving up in weight. People asking him in the scrum earlier if his power's adjusting, his weight. How do you think his power will translate at cruiserweight?
I think his power will translate good in cruiserweight, but I think he's facing someone that has probably the best punch intake in boxing. Zurdo has the best chin in boxing. So to me, like, it wouldn't be about it's like I think like even if his punching power do come up into the cruiserweight division with him, that right there, you just can't punch hard. He would need his volume. He's going to have to be the best David Benavidez that he's ever been to me to beat Zurdo Ramirez. And let me finish. And vice versa. Zurdo is going to have to be the best Zurdo Ramirez to beat David Benavidez. That's why it's such a spicy fight. Like, look how I'm talking about it. I'm not talking about it because I'm trying to hype it up. The fight, it is what it is. Go look at these guys' track record if you think what I'm saying is not true. Spiritual Warrior is written on both of their track records. Boxing got it right.
Given the fact they've sparred so many rounds together, does that mean that we can expect a chess match early on?
No, not at all. These guys don't know how. Well, they're not very gung-ho. I will say that. They go about things, especially Benavidez, in a rushing way, but he still at times try to hold it together. I think my guy, Zurdo Ramirez, is more of a smooth operator. He's more of a punch placement guy. He's more of a guy that is trying to hit you here with his head over here. He's trying to touch you up, to touch you down. Like, he's trying to do things like that. And David Benavidez does those things too, but he just do them so rapidly fast. Like, you know what I mean? And to me, that can work good against you. But when you're dealing with someone that has good timing, like Vernon Forrest had good timing when he was fighting Shane Mosley. Like, I would say like James Toney had good timing when he was facing a fast Michael Nunn. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. had good timing when he fought Ezra Taylor that first time. Yeah, you're fighting a fast fighter, but if you got good timing, like Bernard Hopkins had when he was fighting Roy Jones the second time, even the first time, even though he got beat, his timing still was good. So to me, I always would take good timing, good punch placement off of rapid speed with flurries. I'll always go with good timing first.
And then, you know, looking at, obviously, you know, David's last fight against Anthony Yarde, obviously Zurdo's a much better boxer, a lot more experience, and at the world level as well. But what did Yarde do wrong that Zurdo won't?
Well, I look at it like Yarde is a great fighter, good fighter. His body is great. He's a good fighter, great body. But I also think that everything he did in his career in short time, what it lacked was experience. So why would that make a difference? Because when you're experienced, like a Zurdo Ramirez, you understand hand positioning. What do I mean by that? I don't think no one should fight David Benavidez in a cross guard. That's a tragedy. You just shouldn't do that because he's not throwing one or two punches. He's throwing a rapid. I've seen this guy let 18 punch combinations go and then back you off and then throw another 12 punch combination. Then you turn him and he's still in your face. That type of guy, your hand positioning have to be in order. And guess what? It can't just be in order just to defend. It have to be in order because you got to be ready to catch and shoot, fire back. I think Anthony Yarde lacked those skills when it came to David Benavidez. I think he had little cute moments, but I think the onslaught, even when he was having those cute moments, you could tell it's just a matter of time before the monster just wear him down. And that's what it was. Because we all know Yarde is very good, like in the first half. Guys really get him down the stretch, though. And if you have problems down the stretch fighting David Benavidez, you could come across like the perfect opponent for a monster.
Moving on to obviously yesterday's big news about Conor Benn joining Zuffa Boxing. Yeah. I'm sure you've been asked today, but obviously Eddie Hearn did an interview with IFL where he said that after everything that they've been through together, and he asked for a phone call at least, and Conor said no. Yeah. What do you make of that?
That could be hurtful. I think if the shoe was reversed, I think Eddie would have called Conor immediately. I think Eddie would have communicated that verbally. Eddie probably would have actually wanted to meet him face to face to do it. I do believe that. But also, I think Conor's mind was made up. He knew what he was going to do. The deal probably already was done. And people have to keep in mind, Conor didn't just do that for himself. He did that for his family. And fighters don't do things like that just for themselves. They're not selfish like that to just do it for them. They're doing it for their family. They're doing it for their kids' kids. He want to have generational wealth going, so when he's gone, his kids can eat the way how Eddie Hearn's kids is eating off of him. Because what Eddie Hearn dad did for him, that's what Conor wants to do for his kids. Like, you know what I mean? So it came across a bit disloyal. Came across a bit shrewd, came across wrong. But I understand both sides. But I always lean to the side of the fighter because we only have one life. Promoters, he's going to get another Conor Benn, less than a year. He probably got some now that he's just talking to, just get ready to sign. But when Conor's career is over, it's over. Like, you only get one shot as a fighter. These promoters is going to get fighter after fighter after fighter after fighter. Conor's only, so he can't just push the biggest deal of his career away. He remember how it was on those dark days. And unfortunately, on those dark days, Eddie Hearn was with him. Eddie Hearn was with him. So that's why he feels some type of way. But life went on because Eddie is in Nottingham right now. Lee Wood is fighting Warrington. It's a very good fight, crazy undercard, and life goes on. Conor got a very good deal, lucrative from what I hear, and Eddie has moved on and still promoting great shows and great boxing, being the great promoter that he is.
Last one on this, fans would say Eddie put his whole reputation on the line when Conor was going through his ordeal, and that Conor earned 2 huge paydays in his last fight. Why not just stay loyal to Eddie? And also the fact that he said that after the Eubank fight he wanted to come down, win a world title at welterweight, and now he's fighting under a promotion who do not want to recognise the sanctioning bodies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People have to keep in mind, like, fighters move circumstantially, and that could be fortunate or unfortunate depending on who's on the other half. When Conor was saying certain things and Eddie would back him, that was fortunate because it made sense to Eddie because he's rolling with his guy who's is basically his teammate. Well, Conor is doing things for the circumstances of him and his family, and that doesn't include Eddie. So Eddie has heard about it now. So I'm just saying, like, it's just, you have to feel for both guys. I get why Eddie would feel the disloyalty thing, but I also get why a fighter would take the biggest deal he ever was offered in his career, in his life. I totally get that. So, just one of those things, man. We could talk about it and beat the dead horse as much as we want, but I understand both sides. I get the loyalty aspect from Eddie, but I also get what Conor's trying to do, not just for him, but also for his family and his kids.
April 4th, big fight in the UK, Wilder and Chisora. You know both guys very well. Yeah. How are you going to feel watching that? And do you think Deontay can roll back the years in this one?
Yeah, I think Deontay has the power. I think if he still have the power, like I believe he do, he can knock out Chisora. If he don't, it's just going to be a long night for him down the stretch. And that's just the makeup of Chisora. This is not about Deontay right here. if you can't keep Chisora off of you and you don't clip him, you in for a long night. Even if you beat him in that long night, you in for some work. And you got to have the gas tank to put out that work, to take that work, and continue to go on round by round. If you can't do that, then it's just going to be a long night for him. But I know Deontay got every intent on going in there and knocking him out. We're just going to see if he was able to do it.
Given how long you've known Deontay, and obviously you work together as well, how do you feel about not being in his corner for the fight? And do you just see it as, you're still friends and you still go back a long way, so it doesn't mean it's not as big a deal as maybe people would look at it?
No, it wasn't a big deal at all because I want what's best for him. We talked about it. He told me what he wanted to do. I said, okay, cool. I need to know the date to the fight. Who's the opponent? Let me look at the opponent. I still, like, you my brother, I'm going to be by your side regardless. I wasn't hunting for a job for Deontay to hire me. Like, that's my brother. He gave me an opportunity. He hired me. So we lost some big fights together. We lost the Fury trilogy, which was one of the best trilogies of all time. We knocked out Robert Helenius out cold, and we lost 2 fights back to back where we just didn't look good. Any fighter, I'm not going to say that any fighter, but anybody will start to think, well, maybe I need to make a change and, do little things different. I gave my brother opportunity. It didn't go the way we wanted it. Let me just try something different. He's trying something different, and we're going to see what happens. Either way, I'm going to support him until the day that I die because Deontay gave me an opportunity when nobody did. He believed in me when nobody didn't. I'm forever grateful for him to that, and it's nothing that can make me, not stand with him or by his side through anything that he's going through.
You'll be in England for a couple of weeks because you've got, I believe, Ezra Taylor on the Atama card.
Yes.
The Willie Hutchinson fight finally happening. Obviously disappointing that it didn't happen because of Atama's injury, but it is on.
Yes.
How are you feeling about the fight?
Ezra, the professional. Like I always say, very impressive young man. Work hard every single day, do what I ask him to do, box what I ask him to box, do however many sessions I tell him he need to do with different arts of this craft. Not one rebuttal. I mean, I don't know how many training camps yet, but we on some time, not one rebuttal. He's a real student of the game. He's really a student of life, a sponge for knowledge, and we got a good opponent in front of us, Willie Hutchinson, who can fight. Like Willie Hutchinson is no joke, but I believe the sacrifices, the hard work, the know-how, and everything, the way how Ezra is gradually just getting better and better and better. And in little time, I've watched him, leap like really, really far and made certain adjustments that I've been impressed with. So I'm looking forward to this fight. I'm looking forward to Ezra passing all these tests that's going to come with this fight with flying colors.
There you go, that's March 28th in Manchester. Yes, Malik, appreciate your time, and we will see you March 28th, April 4th, May 2nd, everywhere.
I'll be in the streets, UK, baby. I see y'all
Appreciate
soon.
it, man.